Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Doing an episode of J-Bone's Jacked Up Jukebox. This is episode number 3. We're calling this one hashtag New Music Monday. Now, Monday's almost done, but nonetheless, when I was preparing this, it was still Monday. So you're probably watching this on Tuesday, whatever, nonetheless. We're still going to call it New Music Monday, because I discovered a lot of this stuff today. Some of it for the first time. So yeah, let's talk about some of this. We're going to cover some new theme music for the WWE. So this is like kind of like a cross thing. I usually do music or wrestling. This one kind of crosses the lines. That's okay. We'll allow it this time. Talking some new WWE themes, some new stuff that's come out within, and this is all, most of this has come out within the last week to 2 weeks. Some of it today, some of it a little older than that, but some new stuff from Judas Priest, still waiting on their new one. Oh my God, it's late. I need to remember what the heck I'm doing here. And a new twist on a throwback from LA Guns. Some live stuff that's going to get released soon. But before I get into all this, excuse me, hang on a second. Excuse me. Before I get into all this, I want to talk about something that's been all over social media from what I've seen. Facebook, Twitbox, all over the place. I want to talk a bit, and then I'll get into this other stuff. I want to talk a bit on Justin Timberlake's halftime show at the Super Bowl. I was actually very adamant about not watching the Super Bowl this year. And then literally last minute, like most of the way through the first quarter, I decided to. I mean, I was more excited about the advertising, to be honest, than anything. I wanted to see some new trailers, the solo stuff. And I honestly had no clue who the musical performance was this year. But I know Justin Timberlake, JT, and he's not usually my cup of tea. When it comes to music, usually it's something hard rock, heavy metal, or, I do like some classic hip hop. I've been listening to a little bit of that lately, some old New Edition or some old school rap. I grew up on a lot of different stuff. It wasn't all just, So, and, having kids, you grow up with kids and they listen to stuff. So you end up listening to what they listen to try to keep up on, you want to know what they're listening to, what they're doing. And so, that's primarily why I know, NSYNC, Justin Timberlake, stuff like that. Is it my cup of tea? No, but I know this stuff. You hear it on the radio, you hear it in advertising, you hear it in movies, you hear this stuff everywhere. You really do. And he played what sounded like, I didn't know everything he played. Like, I think the first one might have been new. I'm not sure. But most of the stuff that he played, I recognized. I'd at least heard it on the radio or on TV or something. And as far as performing, I felt he did one of the most interesting, most intimate, and I say intimate, and I'll explain that, performances that I have ever seen. Usually when you see stuff at the Super Bowl, it's all big boom stage, how much pyro, flames, lasers, confetti can we put all on the field in, what is it, a 20-minute time span, and he gets 12 minutes on stage, 13 minutes, whatever it is. It's about that. And how, I mean, props to how they do this every single year. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it. But yeah, they started out in a very, what almost looked like an intimate club setting. Then he walked upstairs, up these stairs, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was surrounded by everyone in the stadium. So how they did that looked really cool. And then he walked across a ramp that was set up above the people and then down into the crowd. And I gotta let the cat out of the office. Come on, get out of here. All right. And then makes his way through just a ridiculous amount of people to the stage, goes over here, goes over there, ends up on all these different little stages on the field, some big, some small. And then in the midst of all this, also did a tribute, being in Minnesota, to Prince, which, you know, we all miss Prince, and obviously was an influence on him, and how they did the lights and everything. And that's all not because of JT. It's, you know, the whole production behind the performance. But for what JT did, I felt it was a very good performance. I'm not really going to say much about the suit, other than I want, all of a sudden, I wanted a camo suit and a Pepsi. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I gotta have that suit. That was a great looking suit. And surprisingly, I didn't hear a lot of people comment on the suit. I thought everybody would absolutely lose their shit on that. That was crazy. But anyways, I felt the performance, including the tribute to Prince, was good. It was interesting. It was certainly, like I said, it was more intimate than I had ever seen anybody had done before. Took selfies with the people in the crowd. That kid is famous. He's getting his 5 minutes of fame because the look on his face after he got the selfie with JT was priceless. He was just like, you know, just like completely. I mean, yeah, I'd probably be the same way if I was a kid and if I was a fan. But wow, what a moment, hey? That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, I dug it. It was interesting. It was. I give him a lot of credit for doing that. I don't think anybody's ever done that before. Spend that much time in the crowd with the people. Usually it's in the center of the field and you're 50 yards away either side from everyone and you got no worries, you know, or you're jumping off the top like Lady Gaga did last year. No, I'm kidding. But that was fake. No, it wasn't. But yeah, I dug it. I thought it was cool. I know a lot of people were crapping all over it. It's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I want Metallica to play halftime too sometime, but are we ever going to get that? No. So whatever. It is what it is. So that's my thoughts on that. But now let's get into this other stuff, and we'll wrap up this Monday because it's been a long freaking day. Hashtag New Music Monday. Let's talk about some new WWE Raw themes. We got the new video that actually came out earlier today. I don't know when the music actually got released, but the video came out, was it today? Oh, a couple days ago, excuse me. For Papa Roach's Born for Greatness. Now, I've heard this on the radio a bunch, and I actually think it's pretty cool. Not bad. It's got some of a modern groove and almost a bit of a throwback to their older like rap stuff. You know, he's also doing some singing in it and whatnot. You know, it's not bad. Yeah, it is what it is. It's, congrats to them. This is what, the second or third time they get a WWE theme. That's pretty cool. I also want to give an honorable mention to a band that I'd never heard before, but they've got the bumper theme to Monday Night Raw. And I mentioned this on a past episode within the last, week? It must have been a week ago. And I didn't recognize it. I tried doing this. Was that the sound? Was that app you hold up and it listens and it tells you what music it is? Soundhound, whatever it is. I did that again because it played during a promo, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I did it, and it worked this time. It's I found out is the bumper theme to Monday Night Raw. It's the band's called Goodbye June, and this music actually came out about a half a year ago, and within the last year. And the song's called Charge Up the Power. And it kind of sounds like a modern spin on a Black Sabbath, kind of southern, kind of groovish, but it's heavy. I don't know really. It's the only thing I've heard from these guys. I'm certainly curious to see what the rest of their stuff sounds like. So yeah, I'm going to check that out. Who knows? Might become a big fan of these guys. So who knows? I have no clue who they are. First stuff I've heard from them though, but I like it. More new stuff from Judas Priest. We got the title track from their new release that's coming out real soon. When is this coming out again? I forget. Within the next month or so. Could be sooner. I forget. Firepower. Man, this thing is just blistering metal. Sounds like it came straight out of, when did Painkiller come out? 91? 90, 91, whenever that came out. This could have tied right in with that release. It's fast, blistering metal. It's incredible. Like I said, Rob still got it. I cannot wait to hear the rest of this. And Judas Priest has been one of those that I just, loved them back in high school, but lately I haven't really, I dig him and I loved his solo stuff, but I just hadn't, listened to him much lately. This stuff, oh my God, it's blowing my mind. I love it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to Priest a little more often. So good job on this one. Last but certainly not least for this one, let's talk about new releases, or a new release that came out, or the video came out yesterday, so Sunday. LA Guns No Mercy official live video. They got a new release coming out soon. A live release called Made in Milan. So they did this in Italy. And this band sounds so good. I read an article the other day that says it took them 30 years to get the best version of LA Guns, and that's the current version right now. And that's a pretty strong opinion, because man, some people listen to that old classic version that did 2, 3 CDs together, 4, about 4, and then they broke up and everyone did their own thing or whatever. We got the 3 different versions of LA Guns. No, but yeah, this band sounds so tight, guys. If you haven't listened to LA Guns in a while, I did a review on the Missing Piece. Excuse me. It's so good having Phil and Tracy back together in this band, and the rest of the guys just everything just gels. It's just awesome. And hearing this classic song, 30 some years later, I just did the video for LA Guns for their debut CD a few weeks ago. And man, this band 30 years later and Phil sounding as good as he is, props, man. That's crazy. How the classic stuff still sounds that good with this band. That's wild. So yeah. Just, and I had some other stuff that I was planning on doing. I wanted to do this like every week, but time and health and whatever. So yeah, my goal is still every week or every other week. So yeah, this has been about 2 weeks since I've done this, as far as JAYBONE'S Jacked Up Jukebox, which is all music related stuff. So, and it's Monday, and I just decided to do it all on new music that I heard. And I had a couple more that I was going to do, but I didn't want to drag this out forever. It's late. So I might throw those on the next one as far as like new music or something. So, but yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff lately. And that's one thing I do love to do, is when I hear new music and I check it out and I dig it, I love sharing it. I'll play it for my wife, and she doesn't like most of the stuff I listen to. She's a little bit of country and I'm a little bit of rock and roll, as the classic song goes. So, so yeah, I'll play her some stuff, and she'll dig some of it. So many times she'll be like, "Oh, that heavy metal stuff," and I'm like, "You like some heavy metal?" She goes, "No, I don't." I'm like, and well, you can just guess how that conversation continues. It's crazy, because I'll bust out some classic Disturbed, and I'll be like, "You like this? Don't tell me you don't." And she just cranks her country louder. So she won't admit it, but she does. So, so that's gonna wrap up this one. It's late. I'm tired. I still feel, I don't know. I just can't shake this stuff. It's sickening. I'm taking all this crap, this Mucinex, waiting to hear from the doc. It sucks. Oh well, that's life. We keep pushing forward, right? So yeah, like I said, that's it for this one. If you like the content, give the video a like, give the channel a sub, and ring that bell for notifications to hear more music related content from me. Also, well, you see in the background, pro wrestling content, and yeah, still catching up on some stuff I need to do. Coming up later Tuesday, we're catching up on the new era of Impact. I promise we will get that out. I've been putting it off and just hasn't happened, but I'm doing it tomorrow. I swear I will get it done. So yeah, that's it for this one. And the cats are a pain in the ass too. That's another reason why we got to wrap this up. So good night, folks. Take care, and we'll see you down the road real soon. Peace.